Welcome everybody. How are we feeling today? Are we excited about the challenge? All right, so basically guys, I created a manual. I spent a couple hours on it yesterday. These are the tips and tricks of what to do to burn a lot of belly fat, all right? My motto is if you burn belly fat, you burn everywhere. Does that make sense? So let me give you a little bit of reasoning why I made the manual, why I made the program. Is guys, I say this in every single seminar that I do, every single class, is that we have to realize right now that 68.8% of Americans are overweight, okay? Only about 14% of Americans are actually active. It's starting to increase, but we're not making this a part of our lifestyle. Now, if we just had 68.8% of Americans overweight or obese, and we all just went on the same healthcare plan, okay? Now, that is not up for discussion, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it. There are certain boundaries even I will not go past. But that's kind of like this. There's, say, 10 people in the room right now. 7 of you are drunk drivers. How's our insurance rate going to go up? All right? So we need to now, instead of punishing everybody, obviously we have to start learning how to become healthy, okay? We got to stop the diet. So I want to give you some mentalities of, before we get started, of the mentality of the successful person versus the unsuccessful person, okay? The unsuccessful person, again, we cannot go over this enough. I know we've went over this before. Unsuccessful, they focus on, they don't plan. They focus on results instead of the progress, and they don't educate themselves. They don't. And that's not just with fitness, that's in life, okay? Then the successful person pretty much does the opposite. The successful person plans according to their goals. They focus on the process, and they do educate. Okay? So I want you to mentally prepare by educating yourself. Does that make sense? So first you mentally prepare, you educate yourself. If we fail to plan, we plan to fail. This is going to be your plan. This is going to be your plan. So let's start going through it. I want you to repeat after me. 80% of my results are nutrition.
80% of my results are nutrition.
This is not a diet.
This is not a diet.
Okay. Because guys, this is why, if you notice, I always market the 14-day fat loss and this and that, and then I preach in here. It's because it draws you in. We're in a society right now that we have quick fixes, right? Quick fixes. Is it, and where's Celeste? Okay, I got to bring up this one story, okay? One story. I'm not going to mention who, because I want to just, I asked, there's another quality of an unsuccessful person. They want quick results. This is not a diet. This 4-week plan, this challenge is not a diet. Do you understand? This is not a diet. This is a jumpstart to a lifestyle. A funny story that I have is, I told one of our members, it should take about 3 months to lose 20 pounds. And that person said, that's too long. Now there's about a dozen times I love this story. And I go, well, how long have you been trying to lose 20 pounds in a month? Think about that. She thought it would take a month. Now, the person's here, obviously, it's Celeste, right? That's actually one of my favorite stories. Because people, they want that 20 pounds in a month, but they go 3 years trying to lose 20 pounds in a month. Then, what people do is this time of year, it's this time right now, this is why I wanted the challenge now. This time right now, people are giving up on their New Year's resolutions. Right now. 14% of Americans hit their New Year's resolutions. They accomplish it. 14%. So I wanted to get you mentally prepared for this before we go into the manual, okay? This is not a diet. This is a challenge. And I wanted to put it right in the middle when people are starting to give up to, this is for your New Year's resolutions. You are worth it, but you don't have a plan. Okay, so let's start going over the plan. First is nutrition. And we're going to go over the basics, even for the veterans and the people watching at home. First thing you have to do is your food tracker. You track your foods, you weigh your foods. Now, I want to give you an example of why this is important. Can anybody tell me how big an apple is? Give me an example.
A portional size?
Yes.
Probably this.
How many calories are in an apple?
300. 690. 50. 100.
Nobody knows. That's why we have to track our foods. Okay? If you don't know how much is in an apple, how much are you going to know what's in a meal? How many calories are you burning a day?
Depends on your weight and how much activity.
Does anybody know how much you personally weigh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not weigh, but burn, okay? If you don't know how much you're burning, how much do you know you're going to eat? If you're not tracking your foods, how much are you taking in? Does anybody know how many calories are in a pound of fat?
Too many. Like a pound of fat? 3,000 something.
3,500 calories. So if you want to lose about a pound a week, 3,500 calories, that's right. Now, if you want to lose 20 pounds in a month, I'm sure we all want to lose fat, right? That's 70,000 calories that you have of fat that you have to burn. Ding, 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 ding. Do you see what education does? We're focusing so much on the number and not on the education process. 3,500 calories. You don't know how many calories you're burning. You don't know how many calories you're eating, but you want to lose 20 pounds in a month. All right? Track your foods, weigh your foods. Limit, on this challenge, on this jumpstart, I have in the manual limit box foods. No box foods. Nothing out of a box, a can, a jar, a wrapper, or a bag. And because you're Americans, you don't know what the hell to eat. What do I eat then? We didn't have Publix 100 years ago, guys. We've been going to Freshfield Farms, okay? There's chicken breast there, organic chicken for $2.18 a pound. It's a 25-minute ride. But even if you do eat out of if you don't eat out of a box, yes, is it more expensive than the box foods? You either eat well now or later you're going to pay the price. Guys, what you have to understand is right now, you are a result of every decision you've made in your life. Of how you look, how much money you make, and your education. Now, I know in America that's a no-no. I have to actually bring that up, that you're a result of your decisions and be accountable to them. Oh my God. Right? Every time that you eat something, that is a decision. No one put that down your trap. Nobody. Track your foods, make better decisions. 80% of your progress comes from nutrition and supplementation. On this challenge, we're going to recommend the paleo method. We're just trying it, guys. There's no right or wrong. As long as it's not crap. If it's from the earth. But on this challenge, on this jumpstart, why not try it? Why not see what all the hype's about? We're going to go paleo.
What's paleo?
We're going to go through the foods, okay? So first, track your foods. Weigh and measure your foods. Ask your friends and family for support. Because what a lot of people do is they try to do this on their own. Guys, fitness, weight loss, performance, athletics, it's a mountain. You're climbing a mountain that never ends. Last time I checked, you don't climb a mountain by yourself, right? Does anybody in history climb a mountain by themselves, or do they have a team? There's a team with them. Why do people not want to tell their friends and family they're in a fitness regimen?
Because it makes them committed.
That's a great answer. It makes them accountable. Not only that, they also have fear that if I do not accomplish these goals, what happens? I'm a failure. So I'm not going to tell anybody, right? And then when I'm sneaking food, now I can't eat my food because now everybody knows. I can't eat this. Ask your friends and family, not for help, but for support. Because I'll tell you one thing. If you do not, first off, that's insulting to your friend that you cannot at least ask them for help. That's insulting. It is. If they did it without you, would you feel a little insulted? You're not even asking me for help? Really? Number one. That's number two. There's gonna be a time. This usually happens to females. It happens to both, but usually females. You're out on girls' night, and you're out at Chili's, and everyone's banging out margaritas and quesadillas, and then you're getting a chicken salad, and they're like, it's only one drink. It's only one day. Come on, girl. Guys are out playing football. They're watching football. I wish they were playing football, but they're watching football. Beer and wings. That's the guys. Come on, bro. It's only one. It's one beer. Come on. Come on. And one turns into two, and two turns into three. Now you're drinking. You have a lampshade on your head. All right?
Or you're dancing with the
Right. Guys, ask them for support. Say, hey, I'm going on a fitness regimen for 4 weeks. Can you help me stay on track? Just help me stay on track. Make sure that I'm not eating these foods. If you see me about to waver, can you just give me a little boost? Now, unless your friends are jerk-offs, they're gonna help you. Or you might need new friends. And I'll tell you, that might happen, guys. I'm gonna bring some realizations to you. That might happen to where you might lose some friends. And that does not make you a bad person. It doesn't. Because when you're on a fitness journey, you're changing your habits, you're changing what you're eating. You want to explore your body. You want to explore what you're eating, explore and educate. That person does not. So you're growing, you're doing this. You're going, there's a fork in the road. Right here, they're both together. You want to go to the fitness, this person wants to go here. Now let's say these two people never met, but they have these habits and this person has those habits. Are they going to connect and get along and be friends? But we actually avoid this. They probably won't hang out as much. That's just life. You have to accept that. You're gonna make new friends. Because here's the thing with your nutrition, I'm kind of for Weight Watchers. I like the concept, but in this concept, because you are what you eat, and you are who you surround yourself with. So if you go to Weight Watchers and there are overweight people there, guess what you're going to be? Yes. And I don't give a crap what they say. I don't care how many points they give you. You're not going to lose weight on fries. That irritates the hell out of me. Oh, you can have french fries. No, you can't.
Just one? Even if they're cooked in coconut oil?
No salt? No, sea salt. So these two people are not going to get along. So you're going to find a group. That's why this group setting works perfectly. Okay, you're gonna find like-minded people. Now we're gonna go to the foods. I wanna show you I wanna tell you why each of these foods are important. So let's review. First, you're going to track your foods. Guys, even if it's just for a week, there is literally no excuse anymore not to be educated. It is literally at your fingertips. And in 2 days, most people eat the same things. All you have to do is point and click. Only the first 2 days is frustrating. I've done it. Okay? Track your foods, and we're gonna go over what each of these nutrients do. Protein builds muscle. What does muscle do? Burns fat. So what do we want? Now, I'm not talking ladies, guys. I'm not talking bodybuilder, muscle. All right, we're gonna lift 500 pounds, lift things up and put them down muscle. Lean muscle tissue. My favorite thing is when I used to work at a gym and I'd ask a female, like, how much you want to lose weight? Like, how do you want to, I just want to be toned. I don't want to gain muscle. They call it muscle tone. Muscle tone. Carbs, what do they do? They're units of energy. Energy. You have calories, which are units of energy. And these are your macronutrients. Protein, carbs. Now, before we go to the next one, Who here's scared of carbohydrates? Who thinks carbs make you fat? Be honest. Raise your hand, please, for the camera. All right. All right. Guys, why are we scared of carbs when we're on a meal plan, but we're not when we're at Outback? We're eating blooming onions and the pumpernickel bread. Huh? It's real. I love it when they also don't want to have breakfast. I had an egg. That's all I could eat. But you're slamming down 2 slices of pizza, right? When pizza's around, you have 2 slices, 3 slices, but that egg fills me up. Okay? But you're not scared of carbs when you're at friggin' Outback, right? Or the breadsticks come around at Olive Garden. Carbs are not bad. Ho-hos are bad. Yoo-hoo is bad. Coke is bad. Sweet potatoes are not bad. Apples are not gonna make you fat, okay? And then who's scared of fat? Okay, so carbs make you fat, so what the hell are you gonna eat? So we're gonna only eat protein all day, just chicken breasts and egg whites all day. Right? Guess what fat does? You know fat will burn more fat than anything else. Like if you put we don't even need carbs. Our bodies are not designed, you don't even need them for energy. Fat slows digestion. So if you're hungry all the time, guess what you're probably missing? Is it starting to wake up a little bit? So you want, on the paleo, we want something called slow carbs. Zucchini, sweet potato, squash, slow carbs. Those are slow starchy carbs. Then greens, spinach, broccoli. Guys, if it's not on this list, I made a very short list. There's an amazing invention called Google. Guess what you can Google? What's paleo? What's on the paleo list? I only put a little because there's 50,000 foods. If you don't like these foods, guess what you can do? You can Google it now on your phone and then put it in MyFitnessPal. Right like that. Look, right like that. Okay? There's also anything with an asterisk is a power food. A power food like salmon has omegas. It's brain food. I know some of our members need some fish. All right? And then, you got that in a second. It took a second. Avocado. Avocado helps burn belly fat. That does not mean eat 5 avocados a day. Do you see our American mentality? Yes. Well, if it burns belly fat, 5 of them has got to do it. 1 avocado is about 22 grams of fat, but it's packed with nutrients. These are nutrient-dense foods, and they taste really good. But you're so used to eating the crap that you got to get the toxins out of your system, okay? Then we have fat-fighting spices. Cayenne pepper, cinnamon is an amazing, amazing nutrient-based spice. Helps get rid of fat cells. It helps with your immune system. Amazing. Cucumber, coconut oil. I read some, guys, it is amazing what these foods can do. Amazing.